toes and our heels, but spread the toes out a little wider. Press down through the feet, activate your legs, take it taller through the crown, draw in through your centre and breathe. And deeper connection down, lovely and tall, drawing in and good job. Round our shoulders, we'll warm up our shoulders really well today because of using those weights and rollers. And slide in around and down. Fingertips on top, we'll take our elbows in circles. Big elbow circles, give me one more, bigger one. Around and down. Both arms up. And just that lovely morning stretch, that reach through the body, the length through the side of the waist, digits up, we're going to clench and open them wide, scrunch and open, scrunch and open, and elbows down, down, down at the back. We'll give ourselves a little rotation to start, open to one side, and back through the middle, and turn to the other side. And back through the middle, and give your arms a wee shake while we come and grab our weights. Pick them up. We're going to start sideways, sitting back through the sitting bones. Enough that you feel a bit of a stretch onto your hamstrings. You feel like you're pulling back, you're almost toppling back. Pulling in through your centre saves you. Arms are just drop down in front. So I think about being tall from crown to tail. That helps activate me through my centre. And we're going to slowly draw those elbows into that mid-back and that release down front. Thinking more about that load between the shoulder blades. So our shoulders stay nice and low. The pull in. And from this one, we're going to add the little pop onto the toes. And release. And pop. And release. Two more. Pop. Release. And pop. Release. And just come up, that just releases as we're gently getting our hamstrings and glutes to like us today. They've got a bit to do, so we'll be kind. We're going to sit down again. It's a good thing about having to refine this position every time. It helps train you well for that alignment. We've got 4 without the pop. Just our arms. Pull between the shoulder blades. Pull. Pull. And then 4 with the pop. Pop. Release. Pop. Release, pop, and pop. Up, release again. Good, so we're getting a good little jam through. This time as we come back down, elbows in by the side, we're pushing back, finding triceps back of arm. Release. 3, 2, 1. 4 with the pop. Pop, release, pop, release, pop, and pop and release, and up we come. And because triceps have to do something later, one more bit of different. So we'll come on down, ball just resting on top of knees, length crown to tail again, one arm behind, one arm long, 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 bring into chest to switch places, reach long, 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 tuck in, reach long, 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 tuck in, reach long, 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 you have 2 more, reach and in, and reach, and in, and up. I'm giving those legs a little bit of a wriggle around. Well done indeed. If we just turn back to the front, we'll put one up like a shot put. We're going to lift with that opposite leg. Lift and lower. Reach, lift, lift. One more. Lift, lift up and hold. Hold, just the arm for 5 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yes, other side. 5 singles. Reach. 2. Other side.
Right, actually. Other side, right.
Once you start, I think you'll feel it. 5 single arms. 4, you got me doubling. 3, 2, and 1, and down. Well done. So our arms are warmed up a little. Let's get our rollers. And again, we're going back to facing sideways. Roller is vertical. We're standing close to it to begin with. Turn your feet so they're slightly reached out. Both hands on top for a little bit of balance. In this position, we're going to play with finding some hip internal rotation, and once we're on the floor, we'll play and flip that into some external rotation, using our lovely sense of height. Activate your legs, lengthen tall through the crown. We have hands for support, and you're going to place one knee to foot beside the roller. We're going to see if you can take your foot off and down. So the knee stays on. Well done. And if you feel particularly wobbly, you can come off the mat, but stay tall is the secret. I want you to feel the glute on your standing leg actually working. Getting internal rotation through the hip. Open and down. Changing sides. We'll go one more each side, so that leg will get another go. Activate the leg. It's all about height. Lovely and tall. Out goes the ankle. Off the roller. Again, you can kind of feel this connection up across the sling, those X-cross slings of the body. So working this leg is coming in and working into the opposite side of the waist, coming up towards that shoulder. That's where the threads of connection are. One more. And down. So one more set, 8 each side. Again, reset, nice and tall, leg up and open. 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 4, 3, 2, and 1. Changing, last set. Using that contact of hands on to give ourselves a little bit of assist. 3, 4, 5.
That sounds a really good one. Bit of cheating going on.
And keep the roller out there, but you're going to shuffle all the way back. We'll start with something familiar. I'm going to add in an extra little rotation play. So soften your knees and just reach forward. I want length through the spine, crown to tail. I want the arms up by your ears, and start by just pulling back through those hips. Feel a length and stretch down through one side of the waist. So with soft knees, you'll find having a gentle, playful twist a little easier. Just trying to release into the lower back. Find some length down through the sides of the waist, into that lower back spot. And that's just going to help take away that strain on the hamstrings in this position, but also find yourself a little easier to center now into our tabletop back. So with soft knees and long arms, start some freestyle swimming. We're going to swim. Find the roller. Other arm. Swim. Find the roller. Swim. Swim. We're going to add in a breath. So when you turn, you follow your fingers like you're opening and breathing to one side. Other side. Open and breathe. Open and breathe. Open and breathe. Long arm stays long. Good. Our last 2. And open and breathe. And then we can come up. Have a little breather, and I'll show you what we're doing next. So we're coming down into that similar position. Hand behind the head. And all we're working is this one side. I have elbow wide. I'm going to lift and turn to that elbow side, but straighten my legs up. Then I'm reversing that down and back to its starting position. So the elbow lifts, I turn and raise, and down and recenter my starting. So if you think of the movement starting with elbow position will help you. So not only are we getting that nice rotation opening, both exercise equipments we're using today, rollers and balls, it's all about that postural alignment. This links it into glutes and hamstrings. It helps activate all the way down the back. We've got one more this side. Open and lift. And down. Good job. So changing hands, other hand behind the head. Lift through the elbow first. So you start with that rotation as the legs join in. Open and lift. So an awareness of thinking, where is my elbow? Elbow lifts and opens. Down and flat. Elbow lift. Down. Reach. Couple more. And lift. And down. And open. And down. Oh, release. Drag the roller in. We're going to hold it between our fingers and we're taking it up wide. Feet also going wider. Head out towards the edges of our mat. That will feel a lot easier to keep it up there. But pulling back the hips, that's what we're going to be doing. Pulling in through the center. We're going to keep a flat back. Your hamstrings will be what restricts us. So just listen to how they talk to you, scream at you. We're reaching forward. Send the hips back. We're flashing back. What I don't want to see is a rounded drop. So wherever your hamstrings take you to is that limit, and then you've got to lift back tall. So on the weight, staying up, hands by ears, reaching forward, arms by ears, and back up. So keep it lifted, keep it like super glued up by your ears. That is the reach forward, not down in front of your face. Keep it lifted as you're up, up, up. So keeping forward, keeping it up past the crown of the head, and lift it. That's it. That little extra work needed in that back of the shoulders. Reach and up. 2 to go. Reach and lift and reach and lift. And this time it just rolls forward, and we follow it with our head rounded, rounded, rounded all the way down. Put your hands on top. Balls may get in the way, just a heads up. We're going to reach forward. Reach till you can't reach anymore, and then you're going to get onto those toes and shift your weight onto it. Lovely. The knees are coming down to hover, 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 but not touch. And we lift up through the hips. Push back through the arms and then sink your heels for a big stretch. Then get back on those toes again. Lowering the knees to nearly. Then it's up, reverse, push back. Heels sink. Twice more. Forward, lowering the knees, knees, knees. Lift up, push back. And heels down. Final one. Lower, 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 but not quite. We're up. Push back, heels down, and this time just coming forward onto your knees and release those toes. Well done. Give your wrists a little wriggle. Thumbs up for happy shoulder position, and a nice roll in and out. Again, posture is our number one focus today, so letting that chest come through. Use the power of an exhale to let the upper back reach on through and give you that lovely big extension. So reaching through, just as we did with our swimming arms. Sometimes it's just a gentle, soft sway of the hips to release any side tension coming up from pelvis through side of lower back, and how we connect to those ribs. So just finding an extra little bit of release where we can. From here, we're going to come up with our hands on. 2 different hand positions. Don't do one of them if you feel like your wrist says no. Starting with, we're keeping everything together, all the digits are over the top. This is harsh on the wrist, so wrist says no, go to the second position, which is thumbs on the inside. 5 push-ups here, all right? So the roller sitting below the breastbone, so this is much more triceps, lowering down, and we push back up. Lowering, and push back up. Lower, and push. Lower, and push. Lower, and push. Thumbs come on the inside now, much more chest press feeling, elbows wide, and push up. Find a little bit more stamina here because we've got different muscles working. Elbows wide, and up. 2, and lift, and 1, and lift, and come down on your elbows. Well done indeed. Giving your wrist a little bit of a rest here. Good strong elbow triangle. You're going to slide one leg back in its train shape. And all we're going to do is hold our position, just lift and lower that leg. Lift and lower. And if you feel your opposite elbow very lightly trying to lift off the roller, push back down through your arms. Try to keep an equal press through our elbows to maintain the strong triangle. 3, 2 more lifts. 2, keep pressing back through that elbow. 1, right, we're going to do it to the other side. So bringing that leg in, other leg long in its train track, and it's that lift and lower. And this is a consistent move, so we get a chance to really think about what's happening with our arms. Pressing back through that opposite elbow. You can feel that activity around the shoulder and shoulder blade. 2, and 1. Well done. Bring it in. Might be gearing up towards my favourite exercise, but we're going to need a ball. Take a ball over with you. So roller is on our knees. Toes tucked down for now. I'm going to have the ball between my wrist and the roller on one side. Just I'll just tuck to one side. So here we've got a bit more weight on our hands, shoulders set nice and low. And I'm going to steal that ball from that line up and take it to my side. And then I'm going to steal the ball back to the other side. So keep it down away from the wrists so you can keep placing your hands below your shoulders and the ball's not in the way. Take it across, steal it back. Take your toes off the mat now and see if we can do a bit more. It only adds an extra slight bit of activity, a little bit more stability required. 2 and 1. Well done. We're going to play that later, play that game later on. You're going to just leave the roller there, the ball there for now, it's not in our way at all. Start with one leg. You're going to extend that leg behind you. Reach it long, really activate the leg and bring it back in. Other side, extending long through the leg. Reach, long, and in. Now, we have our friends, our toes, that can touch the floor, give us some more help. We take them off when we feel confident, but we're going to have a go at taking that leg long. So the leg's lovely and long. The opposite hand, get up onto your fingertips. That's going to help prep the body for what's going to happen. And then the goal here is to take your hand off and reach through the hand if you can. That full stretch, the reach, but your leg is your friend and the toe to the floor if you need it. And then come in and change sides. We always start with the leg. Activated, 100% on. Big reach, glutes on. Feel it tighten and active. Fingertips first to prep the body, and then release and lengthen and reach and hold and in. Well done. Making sure we're working with opposites. So long leg, opposite fingertips on, and the reach and length. And if you get the speed wobbles, to me, that's why this is my favourite exercise, because everything is working. Everything is game on. If you get quite wobbly, pop your toe on the floor and then just see if you can slowly release that toe again. Start with the leg, prep the body by fingertips, and then it's taking that leg longer if you get the speed wobbles. Reach back through the leg. As you wobble, length through the leg becomes your biggest ally. Reach. Long leg, long, reaching leg that you feel every joint is active. Every part of that body is reaching. And in. Extend. Fingertips. It does take that little extra step of helping prep the upper body to have that hand released. And well done indeed. We're just going to move the ball out of the way now so we can do a little bit of a shin splint roll. So we're just rolling on the front of those legs. Some people's favourite, some people far from it. If that angle of the shin splint roll is uncomfortable, you can place your heels or toes together and just change which part of the shin you're rolling on. Also think of this as not just shin splints, but it's hip flexion. We're pulling in those knees. Actively working through the hip flexion to pull in. And 4. And 3. And 2. And in you come with 1, and then knees can come down. Oh, good job. Okay, that was a great start for our warm-up. We are going to come over. Place your weights beside you.
Hilarious.
Feet on top of the roller. Positioning as always. Length through the back of the neck, tuck your shoulder blades underneath you, lovely and wide across the shoulders. And then lift and lower the hips with more length in the spine. And that settles our neutral spine into a lovely spot. If we're ready to play, okay, find our hand weights. We're going to hold them up above us, but the backs of the shoulders are lovely and wide, so you can feel the extra weight in the hands, that width and strength to those shoulders. We're going to make a combo with the legs, but let's get these arms sorted first. Elbows stay in place. We're just bending at the elbows, bringing both weights to the side of your forehead and up. This is just triceps. Lowering with control, tricep focus, Of course, your shoulders are doing a wee bit to keep your elbows in place. And up. It's all about control. Having a little awareness of getting right and left arm to move at the same speed, same distance. So demanding a little bit of coordination from side to side. One more just arms. And then I'm going to force you to hold your arms up there while we play with our legs. Legs. So one leg is lifted at tabletop, effectively out of the way. Tippy toes onto the roller with the other leg. The leg is going to roll out and roll back in. Keep the leg nice and light. We'll keep the roller rolling smoothly. Nice light touch on top. Long and in. Long and in. One more on its own, and in a pause. We feel confident to link that with the arms. So, legs in, tippy toes on top. We're going to lower the weights as that leg rolls out and come back in. Lower the weights, roll away, and then back into starting. That's the one. Away, and up, away, and up. 2, and up, and 1, up, and pause. What we're doing is changing the leg. Tippy toe on, 5 leg rolls to begin. Just the leg, and then just some nice hum in these arms, holding the weights in place. Roll, and in. Roll, and in. Roll, and then pause, because the arms join in. Lower the arms. Reach and up, lower and lift, lower and one more, lower and lift and in. Well done. Pop the weights down for a sec, give your hands a little bit of a release, and we'll just take those arms to floor. Maybe you need to retuck your shoulder blades underneath. Hands can rest for a second. Feet on top of the roller, and that quick reminder that we press vertically down. Don't try to press through your heels away on an angle, because your hamstrings will get very excited. So pressing down vertically, keep the roller close to you. Let's have a tester with 5 lovely normal bridges. Push down through the roller, squeeze in the bottom, up we come, and then you've got to keep awareness of some glute work happening as you come back down with the hips. Singles again, lift, squeezing through the bottom and lower the hips back down. You've got 3 to go. Hamstrings are getting excited. Remember about really perching on top of the roller, like a bird on a stick. Feet, toes down on the other side. We've got that lovely vertical press down. Lift and lower. Lost count, one more. Lift and lowering down. Well done indeed. All right, the plan here is to add a little bit of single. So we're going to take the ball in our right hand. And we're going to raise our left leg into tabletop. To begin with, we're going to ball tap to knee and then extend and reach long. Now I don't like to take the weight low to the floor just because we don't need to annoy or irritate our shoulders at all. So just take it to 45 as the angle is enough to get the activation that we need, but not annoy our shoulders for no reason. If you know your shoulder's been a little bit tricky lately, you can just keep the weight towards the ceiling as well, or ditch the weight. Reach and in. Reach. And last one to this side. Reach and in. We're going to take the ball across to the left, switching opposite leg to tabletop with again the tap to knee and the reach. Really go for a lovely long length through the leg. You might feel the leg that's just sitting on top of the roller has a little bit of hamstring fun happening. It's just holding position on something a bit wobbly. And 3 to go. 2 and 1 and reach Well done. Pop the weight down. We're going to kick that roller right in towards the bottom of our hips. Feet on the other side. Fingertips on top. Give me a nice breath in. On your exhale, curl the head and shoulders forward, slide in the ribcage, and push the roller towards your heels. And if you get there too easily, push your heels further out. Make yourself a good challenge. Curl up to reach those heels, and then roll the head back down. Let's go again. Find your heels. Exhale, curl forward. Where are the heels? Reach. And then rolling the spine back down block by block. 2 more like that. Curl, reach, and block by block down. 1 more here. Curl, reach, and block by block down. Come up and hold. Curl up, hold. Hand behind the head if you need, but we're lifting one leg and the other. Lower one and the other. And then release. So we're doing 3 more of those. See if you need some head support. Exhale, curl it on up and lift, lower, and release. 2 to go, team. Curl and lift, lower, and release. And curl, lift, lower, and release. Well done indeed. Keep the roller there and just give your legs a bit of a curl in. Little wobble side to side. Well done. We're going to stay curled in like this, but our hands are going to find the roller again. Well done. The roller is our guide. We're going to push on that roller and help bring ourselves up into sitting. So breath on. Exhale. Head and shoulders come forward. Up. Push through the roller and see if you can bring yourself up into sitting. And then that block by block. Rolling that down to the mat. Curl, push, reach. Woohoo! And rolling back down. Use the reach of the roller. Curl, push. It's giving you that direction, the position to go to. Even if you get part way up, everything that I want working will be working. And block by block down. 2 to go till we switch it. Push. And block by block down. Last final one. Curl, push, and block by block down. Good job. You may just need to bring your weights a little bit more out of the way. Fingertips still on top. Long as you can reach. You need that pressure to push down. Back to our muscle memory here of pushing your sibling on the butt. Push through the feet. We're trying to get that lower tummy tuck. A little bit of lower hip lift off. Press down on the roller so you can get your hips off the floor. That lower tuck, that's the one. Push. If you're mastering that, try to release and lower back to the mat gently. Requiring a little bit more control. Shoulders relaxed, shoulders wide. Get the lower tummy to work more. Last 2. Push. And push. All right, just for fun, if we want to combine those 2, we lift and we curl forward and up. So we roll down, keep pushing down on the roller to lift the hips, and we curl and reach forward. We stay rounded like a ball. Slow it down so it's not a big swing of momentum. A little momentum's fine, but we want to keep within some control as we push and roll. Reach. And up. Keep the feet lifted off the floor, staying rounded like a ball. And up and reach. Last one. Round and up. And press. Oh, come on down. Well done. All right. Bring the roller under your hips. Hands can rest on top. Just move that out of the way. Well done. So just in this position, we're going to lift one leg and the other. So we're up. It's not as wobbly as our blue ball. We've got a lot more stability because the roller only goes 2 ways, right? Rather than every single possible combination of the blue ball. We're going to have your base of big toe and heels velcroed together. And we'll start with that little hip warm-up exercise where we open the knees and close, and then stand up through those legs, so that nice big stretch. Fold again. Open, close, lift, and lower the feet. Open, close, lift, lower. Open, close, lift, lower. Open, close, lift, lower. Lift, lower. Open, close, lift, lower. 3 more. Lift, final one. Open, close, lift, and lower. Staying at the tabletop position, we're going to separate our legs into the train tracks. Just holding position, we're going to lower one toe to find the floor and bring that leg back up. So you're releasing the front of that hip, tap down and back up. If you're wondering what to do with your hands, if you place your thumbs on your rib cage and your fingers on your headlights, span that out in the front of the body. There should be no change to the distance. So rib cage to fingertips to, through fingertips to the front of the headlights is a held position. That gives you the information that your back is also stable in holding position. So we're just keeping that lovely alignment, that feeling of length, crown to tail. We're still nice, be held through that low center. Tap and lift. Tap and lift. 4 to go. Last one. Well done. Place your hands on the roller and just stretch up through the heels. Anything where our hips are lifted gives a good chance for hamstrings to have a stretch and release. We're going to press the toes, point them, toes down, lifting the heels. And we're going to point, flex, toes down again. Lift through the heels. Getting that little reach up through the hamstrings. Alright, keeping these legs lifted. Final place here, we're going to take our legs a little wider and then pull the legs back together. Legs a little wider and pull back together. Think about a central spot. You might be able to find something on the ceiling tiles to help guide you. And we're trying to keep, again, legs left and right, equal distance and meeting at that center point. I've always got a really bossy right leg. It likes to lead first and finish first. So I have to be mindful of that and aware to try to get the other leg to do. So see whether you've got a bossy side and try to equal out the workload. Get them to meet at that center point. Last couple here. And lift. Open. And lift. And then one leg down. Other leg down. Push that roller out. And hereby starts our biggest challenge of the day. Curl your knees in. How long are your arms? We're reaching out to the sides of the roller. And we're going to go around the feet. Ooh, and not around the feet. Kudos to you. If you didn't keep it on the top side, from here we'll just do a little V extension. And then you're going to reach around again. Roll, and then get it back. And if it's tricky, keep on top. We'll do 2 more. And around. And tuck. We did all the little lower tummy tucks before, almost prepping you for this exact move. All right, here it is on the top side. Legs train tracked, not too close together, and drape, rest the roller on top of the shins. Toes are turned up, so we're like mini forklifts. Just be aware of that lower back position. You can actually be just in modified imprint, so you can be kind of quite low to the floor with the imprinted spine, or you can just hold our neutral. Just be aware where you are, and we need to just hold that position. We're going to use our legs a bit like a forklift. We're going to try to keep this log on top. Can you lift up to tabletop and extend the legs out a little bit, and just keep that roller on top, and then come back in. Again, it's a bit of a left-right coordination challenge. Exhale as you reach away, so you can bring in that rib cage and help connect in strengthening the hold at the front. So it's not so much the weight of the roller, it's the lower tummy. Use your exhale, strong. So we're using a close to 100% need to be drawn on for that low tummy. It's a big, firm, zip up, belt tightened, rib cage drawn down. Your key focus, the guide, is what's happening at that lower back. Staying safe, holding your imprinted or a low neutral. If you find that your shoulders and your eyelids and everything else are helping, then rein it back into the tummy. And I just do extra reps, low tummy, rather than having all our accessory muscles working. So shush them off. Focus on the good stuff. Last 2. Well done. Let that roll down into your hands. Lovely work. Long through our legs, roll the legs in and out. So we just have that little bit of a release. And we're going to keep our roller up as high as possible as we roll up into sitting. So give me a nice big breath in. Exhale, curl forward, reach up, up, and reach forward. Lower it down, fingers on top, push towards the tippy toes. Reach, 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 and up, breathe. And exhale, reach, 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 reach. And up, 2 more. And reach, 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 reach. And up, 1 more. And reach, 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 reach. And up, well done. Bring it behind you. We'll start with a nice extension stretch, and then we're going to add a little bit of activity into the session. Alright, so just lean against it, give yourself a nice, alright, a little bit of a sigh, that exhale against it. Each level that you're leaning on is getting a gentle mobility press. And then we just release it to our next notch that kind of gets into that groove. A little bit of an exhale again. And we just work our way up, getting a little bit of extra movement. If you feel like you've got a sticky joint or it's a bit tender, you can skip it, because moving the one above will help get a bit of movement below. Once we get into that mid-back, we have to support our head. So loop the fingers, let your head rest heavy. I want your shoulders off, relaxed, and your head's well supported. From here, you might feel confident here to have a little arch over and see if we can lift open the chest and extend the back. If you think, oh, not yet, Emma, lift your hips and give yourself a little massage. Roll, roll, roll it up and down the shoulder blades. A massage right onto the top of the shoulders. That lower neck is also absolutely delicious. And while the hips are off, maybe you want to try lowering the head down. Maybe then with the head down, we can lower the hips and just finding extension. Have a little play. Confidently having that breath out as you move across. Sometimes you feel like you want to bring your feet in a little closer, give yourself more control. So have a bit of a play, rather than going full long with straight legs, because you're going to wear that here. So just bring your feet in, once you're here, that's it, feet are nice and close. And then just see if your head can find the floor, and then line up to the floor. And you're trying to get extension up with that posture stretch. Well done. And then kind of thinking of notch by notch, level by level. Just watching the extra work. Straightening your neck, being over the edge without the hands at all. Yeah. It just allows the head and shoulders to relax. We can get that extension through the breastbone, opening through the breastbone, extension into the upper back. There's quite a nice massage, just rolling on top of the shoulders too. So visualizing what we're getting if you were standing, that lovely big extension stretch. That sometimes dreamy stretch over the back of your chair. That's a little easier to use gravity to help with. Last nice little wriggle around, and then I'm going to incorporate an exercise into this position as well. So if we have our hands behind our head, and I'm quite long and straight through my body, I've got the roller about mid-shoulder blades. I feel reasonably comfortable here with my head supported and feet in their train tracks. I'm just going to try and hold position here, nice simple beginning to lift one leg up and place it back down. Now over here, have a pretty good view of your headlights. So I'm just trying to hold our line. As we lift that leg off, maybe tempting to drop and roll towards that corner of the mat. So just trying to hold position. You can gaze down your nose and keep an eye on what's going on. Holding that position. Holding position. Well done. What if one leg goes long? And then as that knee comes in, we're just going to twist slightly on the upper body and long. So we're playing with our crisscross type of move. 3. Same leg. 2. 1. Simply just change legs and reach long through the other leg, bringing that knee in towards opposite elbow and reach in. 3. That's the one. 2. And 1. And our last little challenge here. So we've got our feet down on the mat. We feel lovely and strong. We're just going to take the hips off and dip them down. Hips off and down. 3, 2, up and hold. Now press firmly through one foot and see if you can just take the other foot off the mat. Holding the position in the body and place it down. Push firmly through that foot and just hovering the other foot off. Well done. So just trying to hold that position. Feeling work through the middle. Holding position. And down. Push firmly down to release the other side. 2 more. Push to release. And down. Last one. Push to release. And down, down, down. Well done indeed. Time for a lie down. On the roller. We're going to need our weights, so let's just do a bit of admin and put a weight each side. Where we can kind of grab it once we're down. Remember the old trick of perching your bottom right at the edge of the roller, like you're literally almost falling off to make room for your head. And then we roll ourselves down on the roller and we get ourselves into position. Well done. Feet are bent. Feet can be quite wide to give you a little bit more stability. Making sure you've got plenty of room for your head, looking good. Now we just want to make sure that our body is connected to the roller. So if you lift your hips up and roll the spine down, closing any gaps, that contact with the roller, that awareness is going to help us with our balance here. So tighten that big aeroplane seatbelt around the roller and you, nice and low across the hips. So we've got that nice connection here. Now we're going to start with finding our balls. Find your weights. Bring them into your hands and then up they come. But we've got our triangle of balance down with our feet, so we're okay. I want you to start here by taking one elbow down towards the floor beside you and then push it back up. Bring the other elbow down beside you and up. And if you can't reach the floor, no biggie, because you're going to be getting a bit of a stretch across that chest as we lower the arm down and lift. Now everyone seems to be balancing rather well. Can we wriggle our feet slightly together? We can go a little bit of a time just to assess things, because the closer you are together, the smaller your balance triangle, and that is the only contact we have with the floor. Coming as close together as you can so you feel the rest of your body coming alive to keep yourself balanced on top. You start to feel that need to connect between the shoulder blades. No, you're just challenging yourself. All right, finding those lines, finding our borders. Push. Push. Well done. I'm just going to place one weight down. I'm going to keep mine in the right hand and my hand to the floor. Well done. With my right hand here, I am going to tap my left knee and then extend and reach away. And again, I'm just taking that ball to say 45. Not going to go all the way past my head, just to be kind to shoulders. No need to really aggravate any shoulders. Tap and reach. 2 and 1. And then just come back up to the starting point. So we've got one leg at tabletop and the ball. So we're going to opposites. Well, ball on my right hand and left leg lifted. I'm going to gently open to the side, opening my knee and my hand away, and then squeeze back to the ceiling. Repeating the same side, open and close. And as we do this, I want you to be really aware of what your hand on the floor is doing. If it's almost doing the whole exercise for you, try to rein it in. If you need the balance, go long, strong through those fingers. Push down through all your fingertips and give yourself that extra help. If you think, oh, I think I can try to not use it, turn your palm up, relax your elbow to the floor, and create softness in that hand. Last 2. And then place that foot back in its train track. Not too narrow. You're going to notice it the minute you take the other leg off. So up the other leg comes to tabletop. Opening out to the side. If you think, whoa, this feels really different, take your foot a little wider. Your triangle at the bottom of the mat's all you've got. As we do this, how's the other arm? Pull in, tighter work through the middle, knee opening to the side. Oh, yes, you're right, we did that first, didn't we? Thank you, I've reversed it. Doing 5 of each, opening to the side or reaching long, whichever you started with. 5. And then long. And if you did the long, you're doing the side opening now. Well done, team. Last 3. Well done indeed. Weight down. Alright. Give yourself an arm stretch and just release the work we did with the ball there. Hands and elbows together at 90 degrees on top. Give yourself a little squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And then opening out to the side. Keep the fingers tracking back too. And then it's got this big stretch across the front of the chest. Now it's quite nice here just to close your eyes. So you can focus on releasing the tension in the front of the chest. Breathe out. Big sighs, and just feel those arms open. See if you can cope with that stretch. You can have little tweaks to where kind of that height of the elbows are. Maybe the elbows come slightly lower towards your waist. Just find yourself a spot where you can tolerate the stretch. Big breaths out. Important to get a nice stretch here. All that strengthening work we're doing for the upper back needs to be balanced out with the fact that you can actually get into that position. If we're really tight across the front of the chest, then we need to release there so that the muscles at the back can activate and hold us open. Big breath out. You're welcome to bring your arms up in front, give a little squeeze again together, and then swiftly find yourself back in that stretch position. Giving yourself a little break from the big stretch and just again finding space, opening to the front of the chest. Done. Last little bit here. Just bring those arms down by your side. Let's go long, strong fingers here, just down beside the mat. Think about your lower back. It's still lovely and close to the roller. We're going to exhale and take one leg to tabletop. Hold. Other leg up. Yes. And then lower one back down. And the other back down. Again, I want more work happening through your middle than through your arms. Lift. Lift. Lower. Lower. Lift. lift, lower, lower. See if you can relax those arms. Lower, lower, lift, lift, lower, lower. Twice more, lift, lift, lower, lower. You got this, lift, lift, lower, lower, and we get to have a lovely little roll off. Or you can roll yourself up into sitting, but it's time to dismount. Well done indeed. Bring it round again. That position, that stretch we did where we extended over, take that into this position now. So we need to be able to do it in every position where we have that extension in the upper back, where the chest comes through. If the shoulders don't want to be here, just relax your elbows to the mat and then give yourself that nice breath out and let that chest come through. You can have a gentle wiggle of the hips here. Find a little more release. Well done. Another couple of breaths there, just reaffirming that ability. We can stand upright. We've got that extension into the upper back. We can stack everything really well. Well done indeed. Just leave the roller out there. You're going to go onto your tippy toes to press onto your feet. And we're going to roll ourselves up. Block by block. Then we need our weights. So we're going to snaffle them. And you're going to come up with your heels together for me. And the balls in front too. We're going to zip up. Pushing into the toes, zip up. And get your heels back together to come back down. Hello, inner thigh. Up. And find your heels together to get back down. 3 more. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. I'm just going to take our feet out. So we're in that kind of shoulder width apart. We're going to do a little balance series. Elbows in by the side. This is your rest position. We go out, reach forward, pull one arm back and back out. Pull the other back and out, and then in for that rest. Breathe. Exhale, lift, reach, pull, pull, and reprieve. Twice more. Lift, reach, pull, and in. Lift, reach, pull, and in. So lie with one more. On the toes. Little heel lift. Okay, just check that balance. Open, reach, pull, and in. Stay on the toes. Yes, lift, reach, pull, and in. Well done. Give yourself a little bit of a release there. All right. With the balls in hand, let's just go one more little play here. Just have them draped down in front. We're only going to roll forward as far as the balls will be in front of your kneecaps. So we're just going to melt forward, rounding forward through the upper body. Once the balls are in front of your kneecaps, again, restack the spine up and with a big shoulder blade, roll down the back. So we're just adding a little bit of extra weight work. So we're rolling forward, rounding towards the front of our knees, and then restack the back, and then the big shoulder roll and down. Twice more. Forward, and then up, and shoulders down. One last one. Rounding down, and up, and rolling down. Last little play for our biceps. So, feet come in, balls come tucked in, and we're stuck in. Long crown to tail though, and pulling through your centers. So we're tucked in, we're going to pick our leg towards the door side. So we're going to open the leg and open the arms, and then close. Our other leg is our stable leg. So no movement, holding place. 2 and 1. Faster for 6. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2 and 1. Stay tucked in, stay low, slow, and in, slow, and slow, and 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Faster. 4, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And up. Well done. Pop your weights down. Give yourself a little shake out through the arms. We're going to breathe in and up, and out, in and up, and out, and then up. Grab hold of those arms. We're going to need that nice big side reach. And up other side. Reach. And nice ankle, elbows back, down. Little shoulder rolls again. Round and slide. So hopefully you feel like you're a bit more wide across the front of the chest. We've released the chest in terms of having a bit of a stretch. We've activated more at the back, so it feels a little easier to stay there. Round and